everybody to the SRN's coverage of the Half Decent Racing League. This is the late model series here from South Boston Speedway, as our drivers are just now starting to take their qualifying laps. Let's take a look at our race conditions for this evening. Ambient temperature is going to be 78 degrees, 45% humidity, 2-mile-an-hour wind. Track temperature is also 78 degrees, so nice and cool. Going to have a lot of grip on this asphalt tonight. South Boston Speedway is one of those short tracks that bottom line is most definitely the preferred line, and as we see them qualify here right off the bat, we have a Jacob Cook who is taking the pole position thus far with a 1472. Stephen Farrell behind him with a 1477. Chris Farmer over there in the 31 car in third. We'll see if those hold up, but there's still a handful of cars that need to take that qualifying run. Guys look to be done here. Let's take a look back in the field. Here's the 51 of Justin Bannis. See what he can do with his qualifying effort. Looks like he puts that thing in P5 with 1489. That's where he will be for now. Here's Quinn McLean out for his laps. Looks like he is loose, and he loses control of that, and that will hinder his efforts for sure. Todd Rush looks to be on track right now in that 55 machine. See what he can do here. Like his laps are pretty much second lap, I believe, and it looks like he's going to have a 20.66. After this, it appears the format is going to be there's going to be a couple of heat races, and then they will take the main. So we'll see how this all shakes out here. .55 is done with his laps. And it looks like that's it for the qualifying efforts. So we got a couple of minutes here until we line up with our first heat race. This is, as you can see, this is going to be a night race. Nice cool temperatures. Going to be some fun racing here. Definitely that inside line is going to prevail, but not to say that they can't race on the outside. You can pin a car down and get a little bit of momentum off the corner, but it is the long way around, so we'll have to see how that works out for these drivers. We shall see. It looks like we have a total of 21 cars, of which 17 have taken time. The others have elected not to qualify in this session. They're going to race it out in the heats and then see what they can do in the main. This is one of the shorter tracks that this series goes to, but as with all late models, it's not a super speedway type of car. So we'll see what this does with the drivers, if they can master this short track. Personally, I think short track racing is some of the best racing that a spectator can see. Definitely lends to some action for sure. We'll get a couple of good views as we go through here of what that actually looks like. As we are waiting, we have about 15 seconds for this session to end, and then we will get to the first heat. It looks like, no, like the 21 car there. I thought he was going to come out and actually take a time, but nope, he does not do that. As the session has ended, and we will re-rack here. So what we're going to have here, let's show you our grid. So in this first heat, we're going to have Jacob Cook out front. We're going to have Conrad Huckabee In second, we'll have Sean McLean in third. Fourth will be Isaac Hogan. Fifth will be Cody Zeroff, and Todd Rush will be in sixth. Seventh will go to Matthew Hobbs. And we're going to have a 6-lap shootout here as they get ready on the grid. Pace car is rolling, so here we go. 27 of Jacob Cooks, who's on that pole. He will be looking to get a good jump on this start and sail it off into turn one and get clear so that he can just ride around the track in the preferred line. We'll see if he can make that happen. First start obviously is going to be on the flag man, so the 67 has every opportunity to go at exactly the same time and stay on that outside. See how that works if he does get a good jump and he's out there, if he's going to be able to make that stick or if he's going to fall back because of the longer distance around the track. They will do 2 pace laps here on this short track, and then we'll get underway. Here we go. Under green, the 67 is actually out front there. So he's going to take the lead handily into the first corner. Oh, the 27 gets loose down on the bottom there. He gathers it up and he's okay, but he's got no momentum coming off of that corner. He's going to get passed by a couple of... Oh, and he gets hit again by the 22. And that's going to be our first caution right there. 27 just never could get that thing stable and under him. Unfortunate for him. Like he may actually go a lap down, or iRacing may give that back to him. We'll have to see where that puts him. Looks like he is going to drive around, so iRacing is going to give him that back, and then he can come around here and try to get it going again. 67 had a great jump on that first start there to put him to the lead, with Isaac Hogan in the 14 behind him, Todd Rush in the 55 in third now. At least one more pacing lap here, and then we'll get this thing going again. Of course, these laps are not counting in this short shootout here. And lights are not off on the pace car, so we'll pick one to go probably right here. Okay, they'll line them up double file. We'll do this again. I think we'll do this restart from the blimp so we can really get an idea of how much these cars move around. Green flag in the air, 67, great jump. He gets out front quickly. Outside actually got good momentum there. Oh, and 27 gets turned by the 42, gets a little bump there. And this is the final lap, so we probably will not get caution here. 67 has got this lead in hand. He comes back around for victory in his heat, as the car is stopped there at the start finish. So first is going to be Conrad Huckabee, Second will be Isaac Hosen. Third will be Cody Zeroff. Todd Rush is going to be in fourth, and fifth is going to be Jacob Cook. That'll do it for our first heat. Like a couple cars made up some spots, improved their position for the main, but Jacob Cook and Sean McLean fell back a little bit on their run there, so they will have a little bit more work to do in the main. Okay, so let's take a look at our grid for this second heat, and this is going to be Stephen Farrell in the first position. Justin Banis is going to be in the second. Third is going to go to Levi Salgiver, and 4 is going to be Alan Oakes. 5th is going to be William Steiger, and Quinn McLean in 6th. Brian Norris in 7th. So, same as before, the leader's going to be looking to get a jump so that he can get out front and get some smooth sailing. Get these cars moving and getting ready for this heat here. Heats are so short that these cars got to go. You can't really give an inch, and that's why you see a little bit more bumping going on. We go on the nose of the 77. We're going to watch this restart from here. The lights are off on the pace car, so it should be dipping in shortly. Draws right up to that 129. He wants to be able to follow him through that 51 if possible to improve his position. He is right up on him there. You see it. Green flag is out. The outside gets a good jump. Gets a little loose on the outside there. Who's going to prevail here? 129's got kind of the preferred line, but the 51 on the outside gets great momentum off. Not going to get it done. Side-by-side racing here. This is a great look at it. Oh, no, and the 51 gets loose. A little bump, a little touch. 51 pretty high there. As you can see, going into the corner, it's a little bit better. 51 kind of bumped out of the way there, unfortunately. Like, actually, we have a caution. My ticker is not showing that, so we're going to have to fix that. They'll run a couple of caution laps here, and we can fix this issue. Let's take a look and see if we can see what that accident was. It looks like the 8 car there and the 21. Let's hit play here and see what we can see. Running through the corner here. 8's kind of high, hits the wall. Oh yeah, hits the wall, comes off and gets into the 20 car. Nowhere for the 20 to go, unfortunately for him. We will re-rack here. Okay, lights are going to go off of the pace car. We're going to line it up side by side. Not really sure why that ticker's not showing anything there, but we're going green. I'm not going to fiddle with that too much. I'll just tell you Stephen Farrell, 129 is in first. 51 is Justin Banis. He's in second. Third is Levi, 77. And we got Alan Oakes in the 4th position there in the 1. The pace car is off. Take a look up high. Great jump by the 129 that time. He's going to clear the 51. He can make it stick and hold it there. He does. 77 and 51. A little bit of a touch. Not too bad. They are side by side. We are on the last lap here, so these guys are going to have to go 100%. Oh, no, and he just got up into him. Oh, no, and he crushed into the car behind him as well. And that's going to finish it out. The 129 is going to get the win with the 51 behind him in second place. Third's going to go to Alan Oakes in the 1. And fourth is going to be Quinn McLean in the 21. We can take a look at that crash one more time here before we go. Oh, you see the 20 car on the inside there. He's already kind of out of it. A little late, unfortunately. Didn't really get to see that develop. But that's the end of that. And so we will go on to the next. Wait a moment here for them to get gridded up. All right, so let's take a look here. They are rolling now. We got Zachary Steele in first. Second is going to be Chris Farmer. Third is Taylor Hayes. Fourth is going to be Tim Ruark. And David Bentley is going to be in fifth. Sixth is going to be the 23 car of Dylan McLean. David Williams is going to be in the 7th position. So I'm just going to bring up this tower over here because at least it's showing us something. The other one is not for whatever reason. All right, so we will be going green this time by. Go back overhead to get a great view of this start here. 31's got his nose out a little bit. Green flag is in the air. Great jump by both sides, 33. And further back in the field, they're bunching up a little bit. 31 gets a great turn through the corner there and clears the 33. Oh, and the 44, 36 are sliding. And it appears that we are going to stay under green. Oh, the 31 loses it. Doesn't clip either of those vehicles, so they continue on. To put the 33 in the lead now with the 23 of Dylan McLean in second. A good lead there. Take a look back here. Cars kind of got a little further back because of a little bit of contact and having to avoid an accident. We got the 33 out front. That 31 is a lap down now. We're on our final lap. 33 is going to most likely take this without any issue. And he does. So give the win to Zachary Steele with Dylan McLean in second. Third is going to be David Williams. David Bentley is in fourth. Tim Ruark is in fifth. And Taylor Hayes sixth. Chris Farmer is going to be seventh. So I think that's going to be all of it, and we will move on to our main. All right, and you can see now that let's see if we can go back to our actual picker and if it will show us. There we go. All right, so now 50 lap main we got here. As we start, let's go ahead and show the grid and get our top finishers here. Let's scroll it to the front. There we go. So Conrad Huckabee is going to be in first. Stephen Farrell in second. Third is going to be Zachary Steele. Fourth is Isaiah Hogan. Fifth is going to be Justin Banis. Dylan McLean will be sixth. Seventh is going to go to Cody Zeroff. And eighth is going to be Alan Oakes. Ninth, David Williams. Rounding out your top 10 will be Todd Rush. We will wait for these cars to get underway here, pacing laps. Here we go. All right. As they get bunched up here and ready to go. See some warming of tires, getting ready. I would expect a little bit of patience here in the beginning of a 50 lap run, but we will have to take a look and see how they want to approach this. Getting ready to go here. Pace cars off. Green flag is in the air. And the leaders have done a great job. 67 gets out front easily. 129 as well is clear. Side by side right here between 46 and 33. 46 goes way high. That's going to cost him a little bit of time. All right, so we are underway in our main. 67 is out front nicely. There you see him there. A lot of cars getting single file now just to kind of feel this out, but we got a caution flag here. Let's try to take a look and see what happened there. Possibly Chris Farmer. Let's take a look here. Let's see if this is Chris Farmer here. Let's take a look. And and it happened just in front of him actually. But yeah, just bottled up, nowhere to go. Quite a few cars damaged. Still got the 44 back there. Go back to our live here. Front with our leader. We got a few cars pitting here, obviously for damage. So about 4 or 5 laps in, we get our first caution. These laps I do not believe are going to count under caution here. We'll have to check on that in a second. Come back around, I would expect him to hit. Like the laps are going to count under caution here. We are not one to go yet. We're going to go one more and then probably get the one to go. So we'll probably go green here at about lap 8. See what we can do. See the car's starting to go double wide again. Lights are off of the pace car. Go on board with the 33 for the nose cam on this restart here. See if we can get a good view of who gets the best jump. Going to be a restart zone, so I would expect the 67 to jump out pretty quick here. And we'll see if this 33 that we're on board with can follow him straight through. Oh, look at that jump. What a great jump for the 67. He takes off with the 129. Carries momentum on the outside, shuts the door on the bottom, and he's got the pass there as well. Now the 33's got a couple of cars behind him. We got a car back behind there, back under caution. Let's take a look. This is David Williams we're going to go on with. And he is... Well, let's see what happens here. 24 car. I think he's on the outside. past a couple times. Oh, and the 22 is underneath there, and maybe he just didn't know it, but too close, and that's the result right there. So, and that was further back in the field, so nothing really happened with the leaders up here. All the positions stay the same. So Conrad still out front in that 67, had a great jump that time. I would expect him to do the same again. We are now 11 laps, or 10 laps complete, working lap 11. Are trying to come off pit road, he's going to have to wait. Okay. Well, we'll see if the lights go off here, and if we get one to go. We do. All right, so they'll line them up double file again. We'll get this going one more time. We'll take the green at lap 13. We'll take the overhead view for this restart. See the pace cars leaving the field in the hands of the 67. Another great jump for him. 46 going to hang tough on the outside there. See if he can make that work. Not able to at this point. Now he's clear, but the 33 fighting back on the inside. Another caution we got here. Looks like several vehicles involved in this one. Let's take a look back here. We're going to go on with William Steger. See what happens here. '77 just kind of came up the track a bit, and look at that, just so many cars stacked up. The 24 was on the bottom trying to avoid it. Car slides down in front of him, nowhere to go. Bunch of cars damaged, one on its lid, gonna have to tow. Unfortunate there. So, lap 15 now. We'll pace around for a little bit more, and then we'll do it again. Quite a few cars collected in that one, unfortunately. The 44 trying to come off pit road is going to have to wait for the field to pass, so losing another lap there, he will. Looks like at this point our biggest mover is going to be P11. That's Taylor Hayes there in that 36. He's up 7 positions from where he started, so doing a good job avoiding the accidents and moving up through the field. We get ready to go again. Take the green at lap 18 this time. We've got a few cars on pit road, so some guys having some issues. Here we go. Green flag. Great jump by the 67. One more time. He's going to get out with no problem. The 46 on the inside. 129 outside. 46 gets the best run off. Take that. And the 129 just solo spins it. Hopefully nobody hits him. Another spin there trying to check up. Don't think anybody got too much damage there, but unfortunate for Stephen Farrell. He is going to start in the back this time. Well, a lot of this race is going to end up being run under caution, unfortunately, if this keeps up. Not a lot of opportunity to move up the field if you're in the back like this, but will have to do what they can with the short runs. So Stephen Farrell now is on track still with that spin, not much damage at all to speak of, so he stays on track. One of the last cars on the lead lap, but a couple guys came out of the pits. So gonna have a couple cars behind him. He scored in the P14 now, so he's got some work to get back up there. Gonna need some green flag runs to be able to do that. Lights go off the pace car. We are 1 to go. Take the green at lap 23. Almost halfway. Go on board with the Justin Bannis number 51 there in P3 and watch this jump that the 67 gets. There he goes. 46 did pretty decent out there. He can actually take the bottom now to move him into the... Well, as he stays in the second position, doesn't lose a spot on that outside there. Oh, we got a spin out back again. We are under caution just about halfway. Take a look at what transpired here. I think what we're going to need to look at here is William Steger. Take a look at that real quick, see what happens there. Looks like he's really high on the track. Kind of hits the wall there. I don't know that that was what actually caused this. But a bunch going on in front of him. Might have actually last. Let's take a look right here at David Bentley and see what we can see here. This 63. The 20, the 54 there gets turned, and that, okay, so that's what caused it. Oh man, and the 31 just plowed in there. Could not check up in time. Major damage to cars, so a bunch of people will be visiting the pits. So, officially halfway now. Looking through here at the incidences, can't really tell what triggered that off, but it looked like it was just in front of the camera of what we were looking at. Okay, so looks like the lights are off the pace car. They are coming around to get it bunched up here. Got to get caught up. Here's green going. Trying to put up the track map, which everybody's at. And a good jump again for the 67, way out front. See by that track map how quickly they spread out throughout the field. Like back here we got a 51 who was up a little bit further earlier in third place. Actually, he's moving up a little bit from where he started. Back under caution again. Let's see what happened here. Take a look at Todd Rush here, see if that can tell us what happened. Actually, it looks like... Yeah, let's take a look at that first. Already kind of... Not really sure what that was. That's just him. Yeah, he was driving into. You look at the 22's upside down there. Take a look at this, see if we can figure out what happened here. Now, this is already after the fact, too. Unfortunately, so many cars crash, it's hard to tell exactly where this all happened. So, not really sure. See if this is going to show us a good view. No, this is already checking up. Yeah, just unfortunately, there's so many of them in there, it's hard to tell exactly where this is happening. We'll go back to live here. 19 laps to go at this point. And it looks like there's a car in front of him there, but I believe that's a lap car, the 31. Maybe trying to get a wave around, get a lap back. See if you can get that done. But the 67 definitely scored in the first position. Lights are off, they line up again. All right, pace car's off, let's do it again. 67, great jump again. 46 is clear. A little bit of scrape on the wall, but doesn't really hurt him too bad at all. Guys are running kind of single file up here. Don't really have too much in the way of battles, at least in the top 10. Not really too much going on there. We'll kind of cycle back a little bit here and see what we can see. But some pretty single file racing now. We'll focus on the leader here. You got a lead lap car in front of him. Two of them, actually. We're under caution again. So let's take a look here. Let's see what this one is. This is David Bentley is coming out of the corner there. Thought he was going to lead a little tap from the 23 there. He comes down, makes contact. Oh man, and another car just hit him hard. The 44 there, unfortunate for him, couldn't get checked up in time. All right, so 13 laps to go now. And no real changes up front. The 24 car is not showing actually up there. I think he's going to have to fall back a lap down. At this point, if we look at it, I think there's only about 6 or 7 cars on the lead lap. Looks like the 42 is going to come around and try to get one back. And 24 as well. Now he's unsure. In fact, now he's going to go around, take that lap back. Lights are out on the pace car. They're not lining up too tight, so hopefully they'll get that. There they go now. So we'll get the green flag with 10 laps to go. It does look like only 6 cars are on the lead lap, so those top 6 you see there are the only ones racing not a lap down. Great jump again by the 67. The 51 tried to make it so the 46 couldn't get in there. Great run for the 46 off the corner, but had to kind of check up a little bit. Couldn't make that pass. You can tell from center corner off, the 46 is really good, but then he gets to the bumper of the 67. There's nowhere to go. We're under caution again. Looks like Chris Farmer. Let's take a look here. To the outside, damaged vehicle, and just loses it. under caution again. 8 laps to go. Okay, so no changes in the top 6, it doesn't look like, from that previous restart. So nobody really made up anything. We'll go ahead and just kind of re-rack it and do the same thing over again. Right. Lights are not off, so we'll go one more time and then get one to go. '67 has been out front this whole race, having short stints, so as long as he gets a good jump, he's gonna be fine. I know these cars in second, third, fourth, they'd really like to have a little bit longer run, but with 5 laps to go, it doesn't look like they're going to ever get it in this race. But that's kind of what they need, because with him in control, he can jump that car out there, and with only a few laps of green, it's hard to get back to him and pass him. But 46 was making up ground center of corners, so we'll see if he can do that again. He's going to have to kind of push the issue now as we are getting to the end of this. So we'll go back to the blimp so we can get a better view here. Great jump again. 46 just very fast through the corner, but gets to the bumper and has to check up. So gonna have to try to go somewhere that he's not to be able to make that work. Maybe go to the outside or something to that nature. Here he kind of tries it, but just can't really make it stick, and that's actually going to cost him a little bit of time, and he's lost the bumper now. The 67 looks to be very smooth and in control. 2 laps to go. Top 4 are all pretty much single file. But he can really do much here. Last lap, 67. You see the 46 go real deep. Tries to make, oh, and the 67 kind of disconnects a little bit there. And I think that looks like it was an absolute disconnection, and that's going to give Hogan the win. And the 67 is back there, but I think with that is so straight. So 67 is now in P5, but he dipped out, and we couldn't even see where he was, unfortunately. So that's going to give the win to Isaiah Hogan. Second, Justin Bannis is going to be in second. Third is going to be Zachary Steele. Fourth is going to go to Alan Oakes. Fifth is going to be Conrad Huckabee. That is your top 5 finishers there. Kind of a crazy ending. The 46 just gave the 67 a little bump, and then he just blinked out. And obviously it got him loose, and he didn't really know what to do there. We didn't see what was going on, so kind of a weird ending. But let's take a look here at our 3rd place finisher, Zachary Steele. See if we can bring him in for an interview here. Zach, this is Matthew in the booth. You got me?
Yes, sir. I got you.
Hey, good run out there. Quite a few cautions, but you were able to avoid that and get up there in the front. How was the race tonight from your seat?
A lot of caution laps, a lot of pacing, and just trying to keep it as clean as I could so I didn't fall back into the chaos. That was my main goal tonight.
Yeah, it was definitely some ultra short runs. You kind of, when it starts to pace out like that, you know you got to be kind of aggressive, and that causes more cautions. But did a good job. Was there any ability to be on the outside, or were you having to be glued to the bottom?
Yeah, on the restarts you could be on the outside. I know Isaiah, the guy that ended up getting first, he had a really good run on one of the restarts. Had me on the he kind of raced me on the outside, and he got the run off of turn 2 and got it. But that's about the only time you could run the outside. Other than that, you did have to kind of be glued to the bottom.
Yeah, for sure. Well, great run out there. You definitely got the podium. Can't really see where you started, but definitely made up some spots. So good run in the green flags that we did have. You have any sponsors or any teammates you want to thank or give a shout out to?
No, I'll just give it a shout out to Todd for setting everything up for us. Appreciate him.
Yep, absolutely. All right. Well, good run tonight. Congratulations, and we'll see you next week.
Appreciate you, Matthew.
Thank you. All right. So that's Zach Steele. Let's get see if we can get Justin Banis in here. Where is he? Like he has already left. And I also don't have Isaiah. So unfortunately, that's the only one we're gonna get tonight. We have all left the Discord. So well, thank you for tuning in. That was an interesting race. We will see. We might be back with these guys. We'll see what happens. But they are racing every Thursday and Friday with their dirt and asphalt leagues. This is the SRN Network. Thank you for tuning in, and we will see you guys next time.